All right, now, crown heads, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have another dope discussion. And this time, you guys, we will be dissecting a whole novel. All right. And luckily, I told this brother, I gave him a fair warning. I said, hey, brother, I'm not gonna be able to shield and conceal your name, your email address, probably the whole nine. So he already knows that he more than likely will be exposed during this dope discussion. But he said he doesn't care. It's a burner account anyway. It is what it is. Okay, so let's go ahead, you guys, and like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And we're getting ready to share our screen. And remember, brother, you told us you're not scared. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen, you guys, and we're gonna dissect this novel of an email together. Now, usually, you guys, I will tell you guys, please do your best to keep your information or your message very short and concise. That way, if I do happen to touch base on it and I want to share it and pull it up, it's not hard or difficult to crop out and shield you. But in this case, y'all, like, I can't do that. All right. And that's why. Also, I made an exception for this brother because I just want to give him a shout out for his punctuation. Okay. It was easy to read, it was easy to articulate, and I could appreciate that. And I say, you know what? Even though this is a whole damn novel, I think it's some key jewels and things that we can take away. And I can appreciate that he had great grammar. Okay. Long story short, I was like, it's easy to read it. All right. So y'all go ahead and like the video. We can hit 100. Let's share our video or our screen rather. All right. So it says, hi, Danica. I'm a Black man, 35 years old, and more or less venting. Feel free to use this as a dope discussion. My ex and I were together for a number of years, so it's hard to be concise, but I'll do my best. Brother, you did not do a good job of making this concise, but it's all right. I also don't want to come off as an angel. I know I'm not. I've done my fair share of things I'm not proud of, but I've never laid hands on her, never cheated, was never verbally or emotionally abusive. Okay. I'm sorry, it says about 2 years ago, I bought a restaurant in the downtown of a major city. I didn't have all the cash, so she kicked in about 20% and demanded to be made a 50-50 equal partner. 20%, you get 50%. Okay. This is where I was simping for her. Because that's what I did. He says, at this point, we had been together for years, and though we had a rocky history, I still wanted to marry her. So I figured, what's the difference? Okay, I can feel you, brother. He's like, look, he had it in his mind like this was the woman that he was going to be with anyway. So what's the point, or what's the difference rather, in making her a 50-50 partner? If I was going to marry her, she would have had 50-50 stake in it anyway. Okay, so I understand your thought process. It says, anyway, COVID hit and things have been tough. I basically worked 70 plus hours a week in the business while she kept her job. Even though I was putting the time in, I hardly paid myself because the business needed that kind of sacrifice. So over the entire term, I may have paid myself $3,000, which means I lived off savings. As those savings depleted, I decided to focus more on my consulting practice, which I hadn't really had time to invest into given the energy I was putting into the restaurant. As soon as I signed my first client, like I hadn't even been paid yet, she starts complaining that she's been doing it all on her own she's been doing it all on her own, and I had been watching her struggle. Here we go now. So it seems like to me, she saw that you know, were having some major money flowing in, and now she's looking at you sideways because you're not breaking her off. It's like, hold on now. You got paid. How much? Okay, and so where's my cut of that? All right. So now she got to guilt shame you. That's what that was. She was trying to guilt trip you into giving you her money or giving her your money. You know, you've been over here watching me struggle. I've been doing all of this. You know, where my money at? Because I know you got paid. Mm-hmm. Thus, I owed it to her to give her money. Now, let me be clear. We have a daughter together, and I'll be damned if any man is laying up under my daughter's roof and not contributing. So I do believe a man should contribute to his woman's household bills. However, during the entire length of our relationship, we've maintained separate households. All right. That's interesting. So you've been living on your own and she's been living on her own, yet she wants you to pay her bills and you got your own bills. Y'all not even really living together. Okay, whatever. She refuses to move into my house, even though it's twice as big as hers and paid off, because she refuses to live in the shadow of my ex-wife who once shared this house with me. Okay. That's not the point. The point is, I've been carrying all of my own bills without ever asking for any kind of help from her. And in fact, I was taking care of expenses she couldn't afford, like putting new brakes on her car as one of the 100 things I did to help out. Now, in the 3 months leading up to this, I had kind of unofficially moved in to her house only because I was tired of the back and forth. Hold on, let's stop sharing our screen for a second. Thank you, Max World. He says, right, but let you fall on hard times. Okay, now hold on. We can hit 200, y'all. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Magic said he already spotted 3 red flags. Hold on. So it's a lot wrong already. You are already picking up on the fact that you're dealing with a female that is this. Let me get my banners ready because we got some things we want to point out. These are red flags indeed. We have a woman that has an ego and has illogical emotion already. And the reason why we're going to point this out is because it makes absolutely no damn sense for you guys to be maintaining 2 separate households where your house is paid off and bigger, which would eliminate her expenses or at least cut down on them drastically, all because, oh, I don't want to be in that house that bitch was in. That's stupid. That's stupid. Another red flag is entitlement. Like you said, brother, she is not entitled to any of your money at this point. You already went above and beyond and made her a 50-50 partner. Like, what else does she want? It's almost like a Tyrese. What more do you want from me? Like, hold on. I'm not only going outside of my comfort zone, because again, I could be at my house. I don't have to be here. As a matter of fact, your ass should have moved in with me. But you're dealing with also manipulation. She's trying to manipulate you into moving on her accord. And from what I'm gathering, so that she can have control. But let's continue. All right. Now, you said, brother, that you already had kind of moved in with her unofficially, but I mean, you moved in. He said he was just tired of the back and forth. He says, just a sidebar on the whole house thing. She demanded, excuse me, I buy a new house for us to start our lives in instead of moving into my house. I might have simped on some shit, but ain't nothing wrong with this house. And for years, we kind of stayed between houses. Some weeks at mine, some weeks at hers. She did eventually offer that I sell my house and move into hers. Boy, he says, why would I do that? Because again, it's going back into control. It's the control aspect and element. So not only are you dealing with this ego, a logical, emotion-driven female, but she wants to get you into a situation to where she does have power and control over you, right? This is what females do. You got to be very careful and very mindful. Shout out to the women that don't operate like this, okay? Just shout out to y'all. Shout out to us. God damn, like, come on. But that's what she was essentially trying to do. She was trying to get you into a position to where if anything were to go wrong, you would be asked out. You wouldn't have anywhere to go. That's what I'm picking up on. But we're going to continue, you guys. And she wanted you to sell your house to get a new house, which would probably, that's a lot more work. See, we got to work smarter, not harder. What, again, let me tap into this, brother. She didn't want you to have a house that was solely in your name and solely controlled by you. She wanted to have a stake in it, is what I'm getting. So it's not even necessarily solely the ego, but it's also, hey, I need some footing here. I need some leverage. I don't have leverage in this house if something were to go wrong, you know, if it's he owns it. You know what I'm saying? That's how she's thinking. She's coming from a very selfish place. She's not thinking, well, if I get married to him, well, that would be my house. She's like, oh no, I need, come on now. Come on now. We can peep game with the peep game. And like I said, that's working harder and not smarter. What she could have done if it really was about, you know, just probably having something fresh and something new, was moving to your house since it's already paid off and paid for. You don't have any expenses like that, and maybe remodel it. You know what I'm saying? Add on some different things as far as maybe a new paint job, new flooring, new countertops, like just something to make it unique to what you guys are newly building, right? That's a suggestion I would give. You know what I mean? But in her case, I really do pick up on the fact that maybe she just wanted to have some sense of control. She wanted something that, you know, again, she had a stake in a claim in. You know what I mean? Because essentially the ball is in your court at that point. If she were to drop her house and move in with you, you know, it's kind of in your hands as far as what you want to do with her moving forward. And she didn't like that kind of power being held over her head. See, she knows that she's coming from a disingenuous place. So in her mind, you have to be coming from a disingenuous place too. She's not thinking, oh, this man really loves me and he really cares about me and he wouldn't do me like that. And he's just trying to work smarter and not harder. She's like, oh no, he's just trying to have leverage because she's trying to have leverage. But y'all give us 203 likes. Let's move it along. He says, anyway, I can't let this doing it all on my own business stand. We argued for about 2 months before she hit me with, get the F out of my house. Oh, how did I know that was coming? Get your jugs, y'all. Couldn't even get a man a whole half a year. You gave him 3 months before you start talking about, get the fuck out of my house, nigga. I don't need you here, nigga. Get the fuck out of my house. That's what it was about anyway. It was about being able to put you in a situation to where if you did something that she didn't want you to do or she didn't like or approve of, she would be able to do this kind of shit. Hold on now. Hold on. He goes on to say, and there's the hitch. Exactly why I had taken so long to move into her house in the first place. I had seen enough of the selfishness and vindictiveness to know that was coming. And it only took 3 months. But you only get one time to put my black ass out of anywhere. I feel you, brother. Okay. These women are so obsessed with having one up on a man, they act wild and forget what's on the other side of that. Oh no, baby. I have a whole nother house to go to. The fuck? Hold on. The fuck? My brother on here clowning, y'all. She forgot that part. So when she realized I wasn't sticking around to hear her apology, she officially broke up with me. That was 2 months ago. Now my consulting practice is thriving. I signed a second client and I'm doing $250,000 a year now with more clients lined up. I can conservatively say I expect to do $400,000 in 2022. I'm the 666, 6 figures, 6-pack, 6 feet. He says 6'4" actually. And I'm only 35 and not ugly. Laughing out loud. Money to buy a business don't come out of nowhere. Honey fumbled the bag in the final inning like, damn. Oh. She fumbled the whole bag in the final inning, my brother said. Okay? This is what my big brother said. And let's pause for a second, y'all. How many females do shit like this? Y'all ego get in the way, sis. Your ego and your entitled behavior gets in the way. Your hunger and your thirst for control blocks you. Then you end up fumbling the whole bag because you tried to have some kind of leverage or one up, as my brother said, when it came to the relationship and having control over him. Now look at you. This man is thriving. And he's young, so it's only going to get better. Like, come on, ladies. We have got to stop trying to manipulate so much so to the point where we really block our own damn blessings. Come on, you guys. Thank you, Emros. It says, that's exactly why I never advise any man to move into a place with a woman with his name not on the lease. Y'all, we can hit 300. Y'all give us 262 likes. Hold on now. I wouldn't have. That's true. I could vouch for that, Emros reviews. You know, you have to have something on there because I'm going to be honest. A lot of females are very emotional and very ego driven, and it can cause us to be very irrational. And the moment that you piss us off or you make us mad, it's like, oh, nigga, you can get the fuck out. Oh, nigga, I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? And it can be the smallest of things. But where she messed up is she forgot who she was dealing with. You're dealing with a grown ass boss. See, y'all be used to dealing with these men that need you. He didn't need you. He wanted you. He desired you. He even said he wanted to marry you, but he did not need you per se. He had his own money, had his own bag. And they're not used to that. And let me say this to you, brother. And you say you didn't care if I said your name. You said it was a fake name anyway. I think it was Jack or something. Let me tell you something, Jack. I could bet that female that you were dealing with, she was used to dealing with guys that she had more than. Which is why it did not take her long to go ahead and throw it in your face. Like, you can get out. You know how probably comfortable and used she was to saying stuff like that and getting that off and having that man be like, "No, baby, no, baby, no, I'm gonna fight for our relationship. I'm gonna fight for my love. I'm gonna do what you need me to do, baby," because he didn't have nowhere to go. Again, he needed her. You didn't need her. She forgot who she was fucking with. But yeah, absolutely, as the man, you want to make sure that you have the foundation set for yourself, because again, it doesn't take much for a female, okay, to get in her feelings and be like, "Oh, nigga, this my shit." Whole time, let me say this too. Whole time, we don't even mean it. We're just trying to bluff you into submission, right? So we'll say, "Oh, you can get out, get the fuck out," but really, we want you to say, "No, baby, please, don't, no, baby, no, baby." But again, she forgot who she was dealing with. She used to dealing with baby boy. I'm just the baby boy. She's the baby boy ass niggas. You wasn't that. Hold on. Thank you, Terenza. Buy a home together. Rent out the other two, and both physically and psychological, and both physical and psychological problems are solved unless they create themselves. The end. That would be that's great advice, Terenzo. That's great advice. Because he said he already owns his own home. He owns the home that he lives in. He could probably rent that one out. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, buy a home together. That would probably be the best scenario. But dealing with a female like that, I'm glad my brother didn't do that with her. Because again, look what she exposed. She didn't even, again, like my brother said, she fumbled the bag before he even got a chance. Which is good for him, because had he done that, Terenzo, and got a house with this chick and all of this, can you just imagine how she would have acted then when she felt like, "Oh, this my shit too? I ain't going nowhere." Like, come on, that would have been terrible. Like, that's good advice for a healthy woman that you're dealing with, not these unstable, delusional, confusional females out here that just trying to hold everything over you and have, again, the power and the control. But yeah, that would have been a great solution, Terenzo. Okay, I got Emerald. Thank you, Terenzo. Thank you, Black Goku Zero. He says basically women like her expect men to have everything. Then they want to be in control over them. And then, I'm sorry, and when it doesn't go their way, they want to blame men for everything. Yes, because we can't say women. Okay, this is a female. Okay, I'm not gonna put that on women. This is female. Females like her want the man to, again, produce everything, bring everything to the table, but then she has control over all of it. It doesn't work like that. When you're dealing with again, a boss man. Y'all like to call yourself these boss bitches. That's a boss ass dude. When you're dealing with him, you not only is he in control of what he has established as far as money, the career, the foundation, so on and so forth, he also has control over you. At least that's the way it should be. Now, I'm not saying that, he's going to be this dictator type of guy, but when it comes to the relationships and the roles and the balance, the man has even control over what his woman does and does not do, can and cannot do. Like, it all filters through him. And if the man feels like, "Oh, I don't want my woman doing that," or "No, I don't think this is a good idea," it doesn't go. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of females, they don't even like that. They don't even understand that element. Like, if you're with a man, even he has control over you as the woman. So don't get it twisted, ladies out here thinking, "Oh yeah, I need a man that got it all," but then, I own it. Like, no. Not only does he own that, he also owns you. And I know that sounds very misogynistic and terrible and male identified or whatever. But I'm telling you, you guys, from personal experience, as far as being a married woman myself, that shit works. It works. It works when the man has a final say so. It works when the man has to filter things through him, because again, it was so many things that I have thought was a good idea as the woman. I brought it to my husband. And he said, no, that's not a good idea. Because as women, we could have the right intent or the right intentions and the right idea and things of that nature, but we're not thinking all the time, all the way through. And so we're not thinking about, oh, it'll have an effect on this, and then that will have an effect on that, and then that will mess up this. We're not really thinking long term like men do. You know what I'm saying? We're thinking about right here, right now. This works, so why the fuck not do it? And the man is like able to think further out, further ahead, to where it's like, yeah, right idea, wrong approach. And so they're able to have, again, that final say so and guide us in the right direction. That's the man's role. The man's role is to guide, direct, teach. You know what I mean? Filter things out, filter things through. That's what men do. Especially logical, smart, ambitious, go-getter, boss type of men that we're saying that we want. Yeah, absolutely. He has the final say so. So again, even when you're entering into a relationship, let alone a marriage with that type of man, even he has control over you. And again, it's not an abusive way, a dictator way. That's just what it is. That's the role. Just like it's your role as the woman to take care of the home and nurture and teach the kids and stuff like that. Like, we all have positions to play. And a lot of females are just delusional like that, to where they want control over anything and everything. But when things go bad, I had no control over that. Like, that's the hypocrisy of it all. All right. Y'all give us 331 likes. I'm getting ready to share our screen again, but I want to get to my donations. Thank you, Rah Brown. He says, thanks for having our back, big little sis. I appreciate you. And this is not even just having y'all back, you guys. This is just logical. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many females out there feel like, oh, she just caping for these ninjas. She just caping for these men. She just kissing the ass of these men. It's just like, no, I'm not. This is just logical sense. This makes the best sense. This is the best option, the best thing to do. So it's not even that I'm caping for men. I'm just like, who wouldn't do this? Who wouldn't be okay with this? But see, these females are so delusional and confused that they believe that anything that is logical behavior that benefits everybody involved is you going against them. If it doesn't entirely just benefit me or benefit me the most, oh, you're caping for men. Oh, you hate women. And it's just like, girl, sit your ass down. I just can't do it, Rah Brown. I be want to get rah with these females, like, damn, sit your ass down and shut up. You might learn something. God, oh, they be getting on my nerves, y'all. Y'all, I just be so confused. Like, girl, you hate. Do I gotta do my red, black, and purple voice again? These females, man, you just hate the women's. You hate women's. You always caping for these men's. Like, no, this is logical sense. You don't like it because it doesn't benefit you solely. Thank you, Eugene. He says the female is just like the female who you talked about this past Friday's live, entitled, lack of patience, selfish, delusional, because she put her 20 cents into the restaurant and stupid. Oh, Lord, I'm telling y'all. I just can't. And I'm sure that's what inspired my brother to email me, because of our dope discussion on Friday. He had to tell his scoop. And it was so many gems that I felt like we could talk about. I say, okay, we're going to talk about it. Even though it's a damn novel, bruh, we gonna dissect it for you. Y'all know, you always hating on us women's. We real women's. You not no real women's. They be getting on my damn nerves, y'all. You just hate women. I hate women's like you. Women's like you just hate women so bad. You just don't even want to give us no kind of credit. Y'all pick me, bitches. Y'all damn mammies. Bitch, if you gonna sit your ass down, girl. This is what. Let me get my water. This is why men don't take you serious. This is why you don't get the results that you want. Because look at your mentality. Look at how you behave. Look how you respond to logical advice. No, that ain't logical. That's just some pick me mammy shit, bitch. You don't know what you talking about. What make you so special? What make you know what you talking about? What make you, girl, just stop. Just fucking stop, y'all. I just be outdone. Yo, just shut up, girl. Let's continue reading. Okay, let's continue reading. He says, and there's the hitch. Exactly why I had taken so long to move into her house in the first place. I had seen enough of the selfishness and vindictiveness to know that was coming, and it only took 3 months. But you only get one time to put my black ass out of anywhere. These women are so upset with having one up on a man, they act wild and forget what's on the other side of that. Oh no, baby, I have a whole nother house to go to. The fuck? She forgot that part. So when she realized I wasn't sticking around to hear her apology, she officially broke up with me. That was 2 months ago. Now my consulting practice is thriving. I signed a second client and I'm doing $250,000 a year now with more clients lined up. I can conservatively say I expect to do $400,000 in 2022. I'm the 666, 6 figures, 6 pack, 6 foot. He says he's actually 6'4", and I'm only 35 and not ugly, bitch. Okay. Money to buy a business don't come out of nowhere. Honey fumbled the bag in the final inning, like damn. And the restaurant is still operating. It's breaking even, just waiting on COVID to end. And she's trying her best to get back in my good graces. And as much as I wish we could have been together, I know that toxic shit just won't cut it. I'd rather be alone. I told her that I want her, but without the chaos. And as far as I can tell, she isn't doing any work to improve that. While this story is just about one event, in the 6+ years of our relationship, there are tons more stories like it, and most of it far more toxic than anything discussed here. As I look out into the dating market, if I'm keeping it real, I'm so turned off to even the thought of dating right now. I have all of the opportunity and none of the motivation. And and even though I'm not sad per se, I'm wondering, like, is this what heartache feels like? I'm not crying over my ex. I just feel jaded. That's important. Everybody looks like a problem and a user. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know. I guess at this stage in my life, I'm not interested in investing the same time to even figure out if the next chick is worth it. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. This is my issue. This is why we talk about these things. And women's, okay? I don't say what I say. I don't do what I do because I'm trying to bash you. I'm trying to shed a light on the things that we're doing wrong that is blocking our blessings and making us fumble all kind of bags and all kind of good ass men attached to them based upon our behavior. Now you have men that are well qualified, well equipped. Again, this brother said he's hitting on all of the quote unquote standard that a lot of women are talking about they want, right? And now he's to the point to where he doesn't even want to deal with women, right? It's like, yeah, I'm jaded. That's why we talk about what we talk about, because y'all are creating this scenario. Y'all are creating this environment to where a lot of men that we are looking for are not looking for us. It's like, well, again, how do I know the same patterns won't surface? You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. That's why we do what we do. And so y'all can be in y'all feelings and say, oh, you just hate women. No, I hate the results, the cause and effects that you guys are creating for all of us. It's so many qualified, beautiful women out there that are submissive, nurturing, caring, understanding, patient, coachable, teachable, smart, the whole nine, that are lined up with that type of man. But because of you and how you treated that man and what you tried to do to that man, now he's just turned off from all women. He doesn't even want to give the quality woman a chance, because in his mind, oh, how do I know it's not a facade? How do I know it's not a front? How do I know that it's real? That's why we have these dope discussions. All right, now I got my queens in here. Yeah, I wouldn't take her ass back either. And so many women are used to men just, kissing their ass. I got that one already. Oh, who is this? Hold on now. Shout out to you, Squeaky Rumble. I appreciate it. I'm keep it up. Y'all know I got my bicep. Do my push-ups and shit. Shout out to you. I appreciate that. Super dope. We can hit 400, you guys. Y'all give us 377 likes. Let's go back. He says, as I look into the dating market, if I'm keeping it real, I'm so turned off to even the thought of dating right now. I have all of the opportunity and none of the motivation. AKA, my brother is saying, look, I got options. I'm able to take care of a woman, provide for a woman, protect a woman, love a woman, care for a woman and a family. But I don't have the motivation to do that. I'm not inspired to do so. If I'm being totally honest, I'm looking around and I'm seeing a bunch of females that I'm skeptical about them. I don't know what their motivations are. I don't know what their intentions are. And so I'm just kind of good. Like I would rather just keep my money to myself and focus on my businesses. He says, I'm not sad, but he is jaded. Everybody looks like a problem and a user. All right. I asked him, could I share his information? He said he didn't give a damn. All right. He also says, for a little more context, the 2 months of arguing centered on coming at me like I've been some bum ass nigga laying up on her couch while I work on my rap career. That's not the case. I did my part. She did hers. And I was going to help. I just needed a little bit of time to get my legs under me. I'm not about to cash this woman out and be living check to check while I make 6 figures. That makes no sense. That said, I did book a very expensive trip to Chicago for New Year's Eve. We had 4 nights in a suite with a view of Navy Pier. I think that's how you say that, y'all. Y'all know I'll be a little bit slow. Reservations at her favorite restaurants, and of course, pocket money. She knew about all this. I made the choice to book the trip because she also, around the time I got the first clients, she started begging for a trip. And knowing her as I do, she values travel over everything else. Hold on, let's pause right there for a second. We can hit 400. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's pause for a second. He says he booked the trip for her. Let's peep game for a second. She knew he had got some money, right? And fellas, y'all have got to be very careful with dealing with females. And let me say this, peep game on females that just want you to spend the money as soon as you get it. That's an irresponsible chick, and she's going to have you broke. As soon as you land a big deal or a major deal and you got a big chunk of money coming in, she's like, oh, take me to this and buy me this and fly me out here, fly me out there. Be very careful with that type. That is not a long-term woman. She's irresponsible, she's immature, and she's not thinking things entirely through. Y'all have got to start getting with women that are telling you, hey, oh, congratulations. First of all, congratulations on your business and you landing those clients. Okay. And what you want to pick up on is, what is the thought process that she's having when you do get the money? If it's all about, oh, well, we need to do this and you need to fly me out here. I like vacations and I like to do this and I need the expensive things and I need this, I need that. I don't know. You're going to have to sit that woman down and talk to her and say, hey, baby, you have some, no disrespect, no disrespect, baby, but you have a little bit of a irresponsible nature to you. As soon as we get money, you want to spend it. This money is not entire. Like, she needs to be educated, right? Just because you make that doesn't mean that you're taking that home. And you have to teach her that, like, hey, like, yeah, I made this, but this has to go back into reinvesting. This has to go into saving. This has to go towards bills, and what's left, we can figure out that. But she's just looking at it as, oh, you made $150,000 off this one client, therefore you got $150,000 to spend. That's not the case. As a matter of fact, a lot of business owners and stuff of that nature, out of that 150, they're only probably taking home $10,000. Because a lot of it has to go back into reinvesting, back into getting more clients. You gotta really be careful with females like that, because again, she's coming off as very childish, very selfish, and just not very savvy when it comes to business. So you have to teach your women these things. You got to teach them financial literacy. That way they'll know what to do moving forward. Because if you marry this type of woman, you're going to be broke in a year. Let's say this, and a lot of us ladies don't understand this. Marriage is a business. Marriage is a business. It could make you or break you. This is why it's very important for men to coach and teach and get with a woman that is coachable and teachable. Especially my brilliant brothers with purpose that are business savvy and oriented, and you're trying to establish yourself and your own. Like, you have got to get with a woman that is able to understand your vision and follow that shit. Not just tell you, oh, well, I want this and I want that. You can't do that. You cannot run a successful business with somebody that is not in alignment with what your business stand for, or what you have to do in order to maintain and sustain that business. Marriage is absolutely a business, which is why a lot of men don't want to marry us women. Hold on. A lap, please. Y'all give us 433 likes. Hold on. I don't think a lot of us women understand how intelligent, successful men are thinking. They're thinking everything through. Okay, if she wants to get married, what kind of business partner, what kind of employee, what kind of manager would she be? Oh, she's the type that want to spend it as soon as we get it. Oh, she's the type that does not think about the long-term effects of certain decisions being made right here and there. She's all about the here and now. She's very short-sighted. Men are peeping game on this, especially the men that you want. They're thinking like this. And a lot of women will complain, well, why are you not marrying me? I've been with you for this long, and I've been with you for that long, and we've been through this together. We've been through that together. Because he's thinking, if I marry this chick, how will I thrive and survive? because she's already in the mindset of, spend it all up. That's an issue. And a lot of women today, I'm gonna be honest, you don't make a good business partner. You don't make a good employee. You don't make a good manager. Hell, a lot of y'all even make a good customer, investor. It's like you just want to take from what your man is building instead of pouring back into it. Gotta think like this. Men are. And again, shout out to you, Squeaky Rumble. But yeah, brother, I'm gonna say this, and it's no disrespect to you. And shout out to you because you sound like you're doing really well for yourself. You're doing and I get it, because as men, you do want to satisfy and please your woman, but this is an ungrateful chick. She's entitled, she's selfish, and she doesn't really deserve anything. She doesn't. And a lot of men, and they swear up and down, y'all don't operate like this, but y'all want to make y'all woman happy. Like, yeah, men are paying attention to what you want, what you need, what you like, what you desire. He's like, oh, she likes to travel. So, even though, a lot of my money had to go back into the business and whatever the case was, I wanted to treat her because I know that that's something she really wants. Y'all have got to have boundaries with y'all females, with y'all women. Okay? If you can't do it, you can't do it. And even if you can do it, if you feel like it's going to affect you in the short term or the long term, don't do it. It's like, yeah, okay, I took home $20,000. The trip is going to cost $10,000. I mean, I got enough to cover the trip, and I still got a little bit left over. I got half left over. But then think about when you come home from the trip. Is that money going to be getting ran through and depleted? If so, you can't go on the trip. Fuck her feelings. It is what it is. Because I'm telling you, the moment that you come back home from the trip and now you're struggling to stay afloat, who is she going to blame? Well, why we go on that trip then? If we couldn't pay for this and pay for that, why we go on that trip? If you knew that, we shouldn't have went. It's going to be your fault either way. So you might as well do what you feel would be the best possible result, that would bring about the best possible result. Because either way, I'm going to be honest, when you're dealing with females like this, they're never satisfied anyway, and they're always going to turn the tables around on you. So no, she don't deserve shit. And again, fellas, even if you can afford to do it, you probably really can't, because when you cover the cost and you come back and got to deal with reality, you're tapping into that 10,000 that's left, and before you know it, that 10,000 was really 1,500. Now you're looking dumb because you tried to satisfy this female, is what she is, that didn't appreciate it and deserve it in the first place. And I guarantee she's going to want more and more and more and more, and you're not going to be able to deliver, and she's going to side-eye you and talk shit to you, and she's not even going to appreciate the time that you did do it. So hell no, y'all. Hold on. We're going to get back into it in a second. Y'all are here dying laughing. Y'all are a fool. Okay, I got Eugene already. I got Squeaky Rumble. Eugene says, yep. Just like a genetically modified female from the past Friday, tried to get back with the man, but he told her to go to hell. Now the man have negative feelings towards women, just like you said, just like you alluded to Friday. Absolutely. And like I said, I'm pretty sure the conversation that we had on Friday inspired him to tell his story too, But that just goes to show how much or how often these things are happening. These are not isolated incidents, which is why a lot of men are just like jaded, like my brother said, and skeptical, and just are like, I would rather be by my damn self, because at least I know I have my best interest at heart. I know I'm not going to use myself. I know I'm not going to not appreciate myself. I'll just deal with these females, when I feel like it. But as far as being in a relationship, is it worth it? I don't know. And this is why we had this conversation, so that we can be aware of what's going on and do something differently, ladies. And for the ladies that are doing what they need to do, to encourage them and inspire them to continue to do it, and shed a light on the fact that, hey, sis, you're doing the right thing. Confirmation that you are doing the right thing. And also shedding a light on the sisters that are not doing the right thing. And again, sis, if you trigger, do something differently. Sorenzo says, I agree with his stance on no motivation as well. And I, too, almost walked away from society psychologically myself. So to the young generations, good luck. But see, that's what we do. We do, Terenzo, so that we can correct the errors, and the younger generations can have, better results. And because they'll be better equipped with the understanding of how to navigate and move forward, what to look out for. No? Eugene says, this female and the female from Friday are two examples of a female who does not really care about the man, just the bag. The sad part is, after their breakups, they have not learned their lessons. Yep. They don't learn the lesson, because it was never about learning the lesson in the first place. It was just about having control over a man, being able to get, his resources, and so on and so forth. Okay. I'll be trying to show love to y'all. I'm trying to keep up my super chats. Okay, I got Terenzo. I got Eugene. Hold on, you guys. Thank you, Jerome. I said Jerome in the house. He says, fellas, if you are paying all the bills, or at least 70%, she needs to pay tribute, and part of a tribute can and may be a trip. Oh, okay. Hold on now, Jerome in the house. She needs to pay for the trip and other things as tribute for. Jerome. And when you listen here, Jerome, I said something like this in the past. And do you know how bad I got executed for saying that? I was like, yeah, my husband pays for majority of the bills, right? All of the bills, whatever the case was. I said, well, and the money that I make, that I bring in, it goes towards saving and investing, and whether we decide to use the money in a future date for vacations, or, maybe emergencies, stuff like that. It's like, well, yeah, that's where my money goes to. Or like my little petty bills, like my credit card, or insurance, car insurance. My car is paid off. It's a bucket, but hey, yeah, I'm really, I don't want to get a new car, but I think I'm gonna have to, man. I'm cheap, y'all. I be trying to save all my coins. But yeah, that was like, girl, your man, you ain't supposed to do nothing. Your money should be all your money. Your money is it. I'm like, when you have a quality man that is doing a lot for you, you don't mind. Like, you shouldn't even mind. It should be no question. Okay, my money can go towards saving, investing, whatever the case is. There should be no issue. They was like, girl, the man supposed to do all of that. And it's like, okay. And again, we see your results, sis, and we see mine. And but when you say that, Jerome, it's like, oh, she just always trying to make it seem like she better than us women. She always trying to rub it in our face. We don't care. You putting all your stock into that man's. What happened when he leave you? This okay now, pick me, bitch. Okay, pick me, sure. See, us real women's, we stash our money for a rainy day. We stash our money for when we want to leave that nigga. This is what real women's do. And it's like, sis, why is that even your thought process? Why are you entering into a relationship planning your exit? That's a whole bar, nigga. I think you deserve a sip of that jug. Hold on, get your water. Why are we as women, why are we as women entering into relationships already planning our exits? Then you wonder why the relationships don't last, because I'm sure the man is picking up on the energy, or on a subconscious level, you don't plan for the relationship to last or work out anyway. And so you by default start doing things to sabotage the relationship without even being fully aware of it. Y'all sleep on the subconscious mind. Y'all are entering into these relationships already thinking the worst, already planning for the worst. So your actions are going to be in alignment for when that day happens and y'all break up. And before you know it, y'all break up because of your actions, because you're already moving and operating and maneuvering as such, right? You're already acting like the relationship is on the decline and it's going to end anyway. And so you're conducting yourself within that relationship like that. And again, you're sabotaging your own success. You already expect this nigga to cheat on you, leave you, pump and dump you, make you a baby mama, get rid of you, replace you. And so you conduct yourself like that, and before you know it, boom, it is over. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, Chantel, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And then they wonder why the relationships don't last. You never expected it to. You never conducted yourself like it was going to last. What did you expect? See, us women's, you always making it seem like you better than us women's. No, don't Danica me. Y'all pick me bitches always trying to make it seem like you perfect. Bitch, you ain't perfect. When that nigga leave you, what you gonna do then? It's just so pathetic. Y'all really do need to work through those traumas and those insecurities, baby. Why do you expect every man to leave you? But yeah, Jerome, like, the least she could do is pay for the damn trip. I mean, you just getting free money anyway. Like, come on. Whatever though. I'm just a pick me bitch. Derek says, a much needed sermon on this Sunday. Tabernacle. All right now. I saw we had 503 of us. Y'all, we better have 500 likes. Don't play with us. We're getting ready to get back into it. Thank you, Terenzo. He says, TR Baby 23, spell my name right and stop giving advice about strippers. As that's selling psychological pussy, and that's bad advice for men, bro. Just stop. Seriously. I'm confusion. Look here, Terenzo. Don't be addressing people in the super chat. You keep that in the chat. Don't address people in the super chat yet, because y'all know I'm gonna read that, and I am not getting ready to be in here fueling a commentary fight betwixt my subscribers. We are not doing this. Okay. I appreciate the donation, but no, you keep that to TR, baby. Don't send me the super chat, so I gotta read it. And now you feel like you bodying TR, baby. Don't do that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna highlight my shit. I'm talking to you. Don't do this, y'all. Don't do this. Y'all have got to chill, crown heads. Thank you, Jerome. He says Jason Black taught us the art of the tribute to a producer. B1. Okay. I don't know what that means. Shout out to y'all. long as you're learning. I don't know what that is, Jerome. Um, y'all are crazy. Y'all in here dying laughing. Don't be hating on us women's. Shout out to you, Roderick, for becoming a channel member. Appreciate you. All right, I think I got everybody. Yeah, Squeaky, the hold on. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Squeaky asked about the wrenches. You deserve a wrench for that. Okay, because you dropped $100. I appreciate you. And so we're gonna give you a wrench. But just be mindful now. Now, just because I'm giving you a wrench, I mean you're gonna keep it if I see you doing some BS. Because what I don't want to do is have people in here feeling like, oh, if I give her $100, I get a wrench, and then I can start clowning. Like, no, don't do that. But yeah, let me get him a wrench. Y'all are crazy. I don't see you in the chat, Squeaky. Oh, here you are. Oh, he says, "Oh no, I wasn't trying to be a moderator. I don't want it." Okay, he don't want them. Okay, good. But yeah, it means moderator. Y'all are here clowning. Red, black, and purple. Hold on. Thank you, Jerome. He says Jason Black taught us that as a producer that's handling business and taking care of our women, we require a tribute from our women. Oh, I agree with that. I don't have no problem with that. Yeah, you deserve that. All right, let's get back into this. Now we left off on the part where my brother was talking about how he planned a trip for her, you know, because he knew that traveling was something that she really enjoyed. Okay. And it was a very expensive trip, right? He said, I made the choice to book the trip because also, hold on. Okay. He says, I made the choice to book the trip because also around the time I got the first client, she started begging for a trip. And knowing her as I do, she values travel over everything else. I mean, damn, you just got the damn money. Yet she kept coming at me like I'm not doing enough. Her problem was that she was counting my money. That's exactly what she was doing. Be careful of a female that is counting your pockets, brothers. You know what I'm saying? And again, like, it's nothing wrong with your woman being in the loop as far as what money is coming in and what money is going out and so on and so forth. But she's counting your pockets in a very selfish manner. It's for selfish gain. It's like, well, how much money does he have to spend on me? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he made this amount of money. That means I should have got that amount of money, and he should have did that with it, with that money for me. Like, that's craziness. Again, it's nothing wrong with you as a married couple or as a couple, you being in the loop as far as finances and what money and what figures are, you know, being earned and all of that. But just pay attention to the intentions behind it, the energy behind it. She's counting your money not so that she can plan out thoroughly, you know, how you guys can save and move forward and invest in certain things. But she's like, oh, well, he got this money. Why am I not seeing it being blown and spent on me? That's a selfish woman. He says her problem was that she was counting my money, which she admitted to doing before. She knows I signed a $100,000 contract. Size of first client. Now that I'm chilling, I raised my price. Second client is paying $150,000. Signed this past Friday. So in her mind, I have about $10,000 a month coming in. Except that's not the case. I gotta pay taxes. That's another thing I left out, right? So not only do you have to take a lot of the money that you're making as a business operator or owner and invest it and spend for bills and stuff like that, but then you got to think about taxes. Again, you guys, just because you're making a certain amount of money does not mean that you're taking that home. And a lot of these, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of these dumbass, greedy, gold digging females, they don't understand that. They don't understand how money works. They don't understand how money is built, wealth is built. All they know is spend it. That's the problem. You don't even want to be with a female like that, especially if you can't coach her and teach her how it operates and what's going on. Okay. So in her mind, I have about $10,000 a month coming in, except that's not the case. I got to pay taxes. I got to pay my bills. I need to restore some semblance of savings. And after you take the trip out, there was nothing really left. But I was going to take care of her in January when she knew. Brother, that trip should have been a no-go anyway. It should, and I know I'm not trying to attack you, but I gotta be real with you, brother. You was doing that was some simp shit that you did. Not only was it simp shit, but it was stupid. Flat out. It was just flat out stupid that you were ready and willing to take that trip. It shouldn't have took for her to piss you off or do something bad for you not to take that trip. That should have been off the table. You didn't have it. And if she was the right woman for you, she would have understood that. Because she's thinking once again about the stability and the security of the foundation that you guys are building upon. If taking the trip means that we're gonna again be trying to play catch up and drowning, let's not take the trip, baby. Let's just wait. Let's wait till we get a little bit more flowing in or a little bit more clients, whatever. She should have understood that. And it's sad on your part. I'm gonna give you a little slack here. It's sad on your part that as a man, you felt like you had to make that big of a sacrifice just to keep her satisfied. Although you want some sim shit, brother, hold on now. You know your little bitch gotta be real. And that was just flat out dumb, be honest. It's a shame that she put you in a situation to where she made you feel like you had to do something like that would have cost you in the long run or in the short term. When y'all came back from that trip, y'all would have been asked out. It says, but the way she's cut, she wants it all and she wants it right now. And you were ready and willing to give it to her. That's a problem, brother. Don't do that shit no more. It says, after I canceled that trip, she was looking real crazy. Like, oops. But she gets so caught up in her own head, she couldn't stop the full court press. And when I was pushed to my limit and finally yelled at her, "You're not entitled to any part of my income," she hit me back with, "Get the fuck out of my house." What I was saying was, I think I should help. I want to help. I will help, but it will be at my discretion. She was asking to be broke off $2,000 a month because she thought that was fair. I'm like, nah, sweetheart. It'll be a number I come up with and you'll get it when I'm ready. She took issue with that. But that's what I meant by not entitled. Like, nigga, you not my agent? The fuck? I don't even have an agent. My brother is snapping. Y'all. And again, brother, I told you look, this is my proof to all my crown heads. I said there is no way I would be able to read and talk about your story without showing your email address. Is what I'm saying. You wrote an entire novel, and if I share it, you will be exposed. He said, look, y'all, Jack said, I told you it was going to be hard to bottle into a paragraph, but yeah, this is a burner account, so it's not my real name attached to this email. So, okay, he didn't care. I just want to let y'all know so nobody can say, oh, that bitch exposed me. Like, no, I'll let you know. But my brother on here tripping, like, bitch, the fuck? You ain't entitled to my shit. Now, let me say this. Why are we not at 500, y'all? We got 470 of us. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay? This is real talk. This is education. We are educating. All right? Let me say this. The reason why you know that this female's on some bullshit is because y'all were living apart anyway. Right? Y'all were already living apart anyway. You had your own household. She had her own household. Again, it goes back into this manipulation factor and greed. It is so many red flags and layers to this. This is why I said we're gonna talk about that, brother. Even though you wrote a whole Harry Potter book, we're gonna talk about it. It's just so much. She has controlling issues, entitlement issues, ego and illogical emotional issues, manipulation issues, and she's greedy as fuck. She would have already had to pay whatever expenses that she had you not been there. What would have happened had you not ever moved in with her? Right? Hold on. Thank you, Squeaky Rumble once again. He says, nah. Read that last email that came in from him. We saw the notification. Hold on, let me see. I did read it. Look, ain't nothing to hide. I said, there is no way I will be able to read and talk about your story without showing your email address, is what I'm saying. You are an entire novel. And if I share my screen, your name will be shown. He says, LOL, I told you it was going to be hard to bottle into a paragraph. But yeah, this is a burner account, so it's not my real name attached to this email address. I use it for all those subscriptions you hit when you go to a website. Share Oasis. What you trying to say, Rumble? You think I'm hiding something? What you trying to say? He says, nah, read that last email that came in from him. We saw another. Ain't nothing to hide now. I don't know what you trying to say. What are you alluding to, Squeaky? I don't know what he's trying to say. But I appreciate you. Thank you, Eugene. He says, if you are watching this, if you think Danica is pandering to black men, you should see, and you should have seen this past Friday. She isn't. I ain't. You already know I'm not. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I ain't mean to share that. Okay. But yeah, you guys, let's go back for a second. He told her, girl, you ain't entitled to any of my income. But see, that's what she wanted. She wanted to be entitled to his income, which is why she was so adamant about him moving in with her, or her getting her own, or them getting their own place together. So again, it'll be no excuse as to why you're not paying my bills, why you're not contributing, why you're not essentially taking care of me and giving me your money. So my point is this, you guys. What would have happened if he didn't move in with her? She would have still had to pay all her own bills, take care of her own household, the whole nine. And so with that said, it shouldn't have been the issue. Especially when you're the one begging him to be there. Let me gloss my lips. It's not like he didn't have somewhere to go. You're the one pressuring him to come stay with you, to come live with you, to come and get your own stuff together, so on and so forth. He's like, look, girl, I got my own place and it's paid off. Why don't you come over here? But see, your ego is so much in the way. It's causing you to be illogical and emotional. So that man telling her, and I'm going to be honest, a lot of females not going to like this. I'm going to be honest. He would have been perfectly well within his rights to not give you a damn thing. Because again, you're the one begging him to be there with you. And you're the one not trying to do the rational thing, which would be to move into his place I don't care about what female was there before you. Redecorate, bitch, remodel. It'll be good as new. And y'all have extra money so where you can take all the trips you want. So he was perfectly fine. He wasn't entitled, he wasn't obligated, I should say, to give you anything. This is your shit. I got somewhere to go. As a matter of fact, I told you, why are we here anyway? But that's the manipulation. She wanted him to be there up under her in her roof so that she could have access to whatever money that he had. And once she saw that, damn, like this dude, he really do got his own, and you know, he's not really calling, like he's calling my bluff. It was like, oh shit, I gotta backtrack. She put her foot in her mouth. She talked too much. She did too much. You know? And let's not even get or go into the fact that the brother said, like, look, I was still helping. It wasn't like I wasn't doing anything. It wasn't like I wasn't contributing. Like I was doing a lot. Now, brother, let me go back to your email. Let's see something real quick. Hold on. They got a daughter together? It says, now let me be clear. We have a daughter together, and I'll be damned if any man is laying up under my daughter's roof and not contributing. So I do believe a man should contribute to his woman's household bills. However, the entire length of our relationship, we maintain separate households. She refuses to move into my house, even though it's twice as big as hers and paid off. But she refuses to live in the shadow of my ex-wife. Y'all got too much shit going on, brother. That just dawned on me, like, wait a minute. Hold up. You have an ex-wife. So essentially she's your baby mama. Okay. This is weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too deep into it. It's throwing me off that y'all got a child together and y'all are it's like conducting yourselves like separately. Like, I don't, how did that work? So maybe you had an ex-wife, you had a wife, y'all got divorced, you met up with her, y'all had a child, but you still had the house left over from your ex-wife. She had her own place. Okay, I get it. Okay, it makes sense. I'm just like, hold up. Okay, I get it now. This still some baby mama drama though. Like, I need to get this shit together because again, like, we got to do better as far as setting a better example for our children. You know, and we got to be very careful about. And it's another lesson, brothers. You got to be very careful about the women that y'all place y'all seed into. You know, because she could very well be the mother of your child, and look what kind of example that she's setting for your child. Now, more than likely, I hope not, brother, but your daughter will take on a lot of the same qualities and attributes as her mother, with the way that she's conducting herself, the way that she's thinking, the way that she's processing things, you know, and it can just have a domino effect. Okay, now you know what we say. It can have a domino effect for future generations moving forward, because look at who is raising our children. Look who is taking care of our children. You know what I mean? So brothers, please be very careful, especially as a successful man, a successful young man. You got to be very careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Because this woman could take a lot of your money in child support, right? She could turn your kids against you. Like, we cannot sleep on those elements. Those things happen all the time. And so when you're a successful guy, you got to really be more careful and act more strategically as far as who you are pumping raw. Because you have a strong possibility that, you know, that woman, that female could be raising your daughter. You know? All right, Henny. Okay, now. This is a little bit of some Jerry Springer shit. Like, brother, you seem to be very intelligent. Okay, you seem to be very intelligent, got your head on straight, got your business in order and stuff like that. Like, I don't understand how a man such as yourself could get caught up with a female like this or in a situation like this. But I mean, I guess we all got our flaws. Squeaky says, "Yep, a baby girl." LOL. You got to refresh the page. Yeah, I saw it. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought he said. I didn't remember if he said he had a daughter or if they had a daughter together. But apparently they have a daughter together. That's not good. Because again, like we got to be careful about this. Because look how her mother is acting, and I'm sure she's around her mother more than you. Thank you, Percy. These conversations are making me leery of women, real talk. And I know they're not all like that, but boy, it's looking bad out here. Who do I trust? And this is the issue that I have, Percy. The issue that I have is a lot of a lot of females are out there contributing to a lot of quality men such as yourself being skeptical. And so we got to shed a light on it and talk about it so that we can eliminate it. Stop it from happening. Maybe if we tell these females what they're doing, they would be more leery of doing it. This is why we do what we do. But they'll get an influence to say, you just trying to shame us women's and you just trying to cape for these ninjas. And it's like, no, sis, we have got to shed a light on these things so we can stop. And we can see, most importantly, the effects it is having. It's blocking us from having stable families in the future, getting with quality men. Because the way that we're acting and maneuvering is making men that we want not want us. But they don't understand that. And we're going to keep talking about it until y'all do something differently. We're going to keep talking about it until I stop having damn emails like this. And if I missed you, I apologize. Okay. Squeaky says, OMG, I'm Jack. It's out there now. Refresh the email. It's confirmed. Huh? What are you talking about, Squeaky? You sent this email? Let me find out. Hold on. Well, if you are Jack, then you put yourself out there, brother. Okay. We didn't know who you was in the comments. We didn't know. We didn't know. We were just minding our business. Jack could have. You know how many Jacks it is in the world? Do you know how many Jacks it is in the world? So hold on. Oh, it is. Oh, it is him, y'all. Oh shit. He said refresh the page. See y'all. That's why I be trying to crop people out. You out of yourself, brother. Okay. He says, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. What happened to it? Oh, it's a new message from Jack. Hold on, y'all. Let me refresh it. Oh, snap. He says, thanks for covering my story. It was a very good show. I'm Squeaky Rumble. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have Now, for future for future clarification, I do not usually, hold on, y'all. I do not usually expose you. Okay, I will crop your name out. I will crop out your email. I won't tell nobody nothing. It'll be all a secret. All right. We just want to make your story or your topic or your subject the teachable moment. We don't really care about exposing you. But Squeaky said, shout out to him for being the first person to say, no, you can show my shit. And he all in the comment section dropping donations. So, and I'm talking about heavy donations at that. So Squeaky Rumble, okay, now, and this is why we do what we do. This is why we do what we do. Squeaky Rumble, all right. He said, look, it is what it is. Put it out there. And like I said, he's dropping heavy donations, which kind of solidifies his story, backs up his story. He said, you know, he's making good money. So he don't mind donating $150 in the chat. Like, it ain't nothing to him. And so, I mean, shout out to you for being vulnerable and open. Again, this ain't even his real name, but even still, you probably gonna have to come back and change your damn profile name. Okay. Okay. And so this is the thing that's happening. And like you said, he's glad that he's learning. This is what we do. This is what we do on the Nika Marie Dog Discussions. And it's not to make you feel bad. It's not to shame you, ridicule you, embarrass you. None of that. It's all for us all to learn, grow, evolve, become better, learn how to peep better game, maneuver better. You know what I'm saying? And especially as a productive businessman, a successful businessman, you got to be very wise when it comes to women. Let's say that. Thank you, Eugene. He says, Squeaky Rumble 69, thanks for providing the content. This content was needed. Absolutely. We appreciate you, Squeaky Rumble. Let me say this. Yeah, much respect. Much respect. Yeah, keep grinding. Let me say this, you guys. This goes to show you that even as a very intelligent, wise, productive, successful man, you have got to be highly selective and use that same intelligence when it comes to choosing women. Because let me be honest, the woman can be your greatest downfall. That's not to scare you. That's not to make you feel leery and all of that. But that's just being honest. That's to keep you on your toes, keep you on your P's and Q's so that you'll know the weight of it all, the severity of your choices as far as dealing with women, right? You can be so successful in your business. You can be smart. You can be knowledgeable, a go-getter, whatever, purpose-driven, ambitious. And if you make the grave mistake of choosing a very, selfish woman, let's pull it up. A greedy woman, a manipulative woman, an ego-driven woman, an entitled woman, and a controlling woman, she can strip all your shit from you. All of it. So it's not to have my brothers to be afraid of getting with women, dating women, taking a chance on women, but just being very strategic and very careful with the vetting process, the choosing process, and especially when it comes to sex. I'm a little big sister, and I'm telling you this. Thank you, Chantel. She says it's better to be single than deal with these manipulative females. Yeah, let me say that too. Brothers, if you're coming across females that are showing and proving to you in your face in real time that they are manipulative, they are greedy, they are selfish, they are not to be trusted, so on and so forth, be by yourself. Don't try to make her be other than that. Peep the game for what it is and say, oh, I can't deal with you. Right? I would rather you be by yourself too. All right. However, if you do come across women that are, giving you other indications that maybe she's better or different, or she maneuvers in a more responsible way, or she respects you, she loves you, she honors you, whatever, give her a chance. I don't want my brothers to become shut off and closed off and second guess inside out every little thing. Just be careful though. You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing. Is to just be wise, not to be scared. Grown men, let me say this: grown men don't fear shit. You hear me? You're too smart. You're too intelligent. You're too wise to fear anything. We fear what we don't know. So absorb the information. Learn how to peep game and move strategically. That way, it's nothing to fear. It's nothing to be like, oh no, I'm scared. I'm scared the woman is gonna take this. I'm scared the woman gonna do that. I'm scared the woman. No, you just learn. You learn them. You learn what to look out for, what not to look out for, whatever the case is. You learn what a woman is, what a female is. You learn what a quality woman is and what a bad woman is. You learn those things. That way it's nothing to fear because you know what you're dealing with. You know? And don't be fooled by an appearance. I gotta make that abundantly clear as well. Hold on. Don't be fooled by an appearance. Hold on, Robert. No. Don't fear relationships. No. What you do is you learn. You learn how to scope things out, see things for what they are, and choose and maneuver accordingly. When you're in fear, you guys, you're gonna fuck up. When you're in fear, you panic. You don't think things through. You end up blocking your own blessings. You end up shooting yourself in the foot because you're scared. You don't do that. As a man or a woman, you don't do that. You gain the proper knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, and then you implement and you move accordingly. That's what we do. We don't let shit scare us. Nothing. Not no woman, not no relationship, not a marriage, not a disease, not a corporation, not a business. No, we learn it so we know how to navigate. That's all. Sportsman said, I fear nothing but God. Hold on now. Yeah, maybe miss my train of thought. He's like, no, I fear like, no, you don't. Not on my watch, you won't. Oh, that's what I want to go to. Don't be don't be fooled and so fixated on appearance either, you guys. You have to hone in on the quality of a woman's character and her mentality. How does she maneuver? How does she conduct herself? What is her beliefs? You know, what is the core of her? Because what I have seen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, a lot of my brothers come to me. I'm not just talking out the side of my damn neck. Okay. A lot of my brothers say, oh yeah, I got with her, I gave her a chance because, you know, she seemed to be very reserved. She seemed to be very feminine and soft-spoken and so on and so forth. And so I gave her a chance. And those, a lot of the times, because you're just solely going based upon that, you are easily manipulated because you don't think it's a snake. You know, it's dressed up real pretty. It talks real feminine and soft and all of this. And so, yeah, I think it's safe to go ahead and give her a chance. And those are the most cunning, slick females there are. Because, again, they're trying to give off the impression that, hey, I'm not a threat. Right? So you guys have got to get out of just solely focusing on the exterior. How she where she's from, how she talks, you know, how she dresses, and all. You got to get into that woman's mental. Because let me say this, I've also seen some of the most and y'all gonna be like, nigga, shut the fuck up. But I gotta be honest. I've seen some of the quote unquote, and again, I don't like ratchet bitches either, y'all. I don't. But I've seen them be some of the best wives, some of the best girlfriends. Because again, it was about the mentality and the quality of her character. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure a lot of you guys can vouch for that today. You know, those women, you know, that they're not doing this, they're not doing that, they're not yelling, they're not dressing this way, they don't have this, they don't have that going on, but they're the most masculine, manipulative, controlling, greedy, self-centered females ever. So I say all of that to say that you should not go after those type of females. No, go after anybody that's quality. If she's more reserved, more feminine, more quality, or more on your page or your level, and she happens to be the woman that doesn't have tattoos, she doesn't wear weaves, she's not loud, or she doesn't curse and all of that. If she's quality, go for her. My point that I'm trying to drive home, though, you guys, is to focus on the mentality, the personality, the characteristics of that woman. What is she like at her core? What are her values? Are they in alignment with you? That's what really matters at the end of the day. Because what's the point in getting with a woman to where on the surface she's fine, but when you get to the core of her, she's again controlling, greedy, manipulative, selfish, entitled. What's the point? It's like, yeah, you look the part, but you're not the part. So start going deeper with that. In addition to the whole appearance thing, a lot of you guys solely focus on how good a female looks. That's also an issue. Shout out to you, Big Rob. I'll read that in a second. Let me see if I can find it. Thank you, Big Rob. He says moving into a woman's house is a bad move, bro. The only way that works is if you have to lay down your masculinity for hers. Ooh. Gulp. I would never encourage a woman or a man to move in with a woman. I don't know. It can work. It's exceptions to the rule, of course. It's exceptions. Like, for instance, me and my husband, he was off in college and I had my own place. And so when he came home from college, he moved in with me. So it can work. It can work, Rob. It's exceptions, but it's not the rule. Because a lot of females can be very manipulative, very controlling, very vindictive. You know what I mean? All of that. You know? And again, as long as she's coachable, teachable, it could work. Like me, I was coachable and teachable. I'm not going to lie though, Big Rob, to your point, when my husband did move in with me, I did have that boss bitch energy. Like, this is my house. You need to pay for this. You need to pay for that. You need to pay for this, pay for this, pay for this. And he was like, hold on. First of all, who you talking to? I don't give a damn if this is that your name is on the lease. You know, I'm contributing around here just as much as you are. So you gonna chill that shit out. And you know, he had that big dog alpha masculine energy, and it checked my ass real quick. So it can be done, but you know, a lot of the time, I'm not gonna lie, like females just be these days, they be genetically modified to the core to where they really are out of their natural minds and states of being, and you know, it can backfire terribly. Fortunately, in my case, it didn't, because again, I was receptive to a masculine man that put his foot down. Okay. But let me go back to what I was saying. All right. Appearance. A lot of you guys are being fooled by looks. Oh, she looks good, therefore she is good. No, not at all. I've seen some of the most beautiful women, the most attractive women be pieces of shit. And again, they're the most entitled a lot of the times. Exceptions, of course. But the man is just so fixated on, she looks like this, and that ass like this, and you know, she got this going on. I'm gonna go ahead and take the chance. No, gotta be careful. And then on the flip side, I've seen some of the most average, quote unquote, as you guys would deem them to be, women be some of the best women to marry and be with and have your family with. So you guys just, again, the core and the message to that is just to really hone in on the quality of that woman's mentality, her character. Is she in alignment with you? Is she coachable? Is she teachable? And if she is, go after her. Stop just going based upon, oh, well, she looks non-threatening, or she looks to be more womanly, or she looks to be more attractive or more sexy. No, it has to go deeper than the surface, you guys. Because so many men have got caught up from that fat ass and that pretty face and that small waist. And now he's trying to put his life and piece his life back together. All right. So, fellas, I understand that a lot of you are fed up and, you know, you don't know what to do and how to navigate as far as women are concerned. But just learn how to peep game. Again, that's what our platform is for. We're going to shed light on the things that you guys have to look out for. You know? And you guys can move more strategically and more wise with your selection of women. But I don't want you guys to be fearful. I don't want you guys to give up. You know? Even though you fed up, keep your head up, Tupac, okay? Keep your head up, brothers. You know, because there are quality women out there. And I know it's hard to determine a lot of times which ones are sincere and which ones are not. But I'm telling you, they'll expose themselves, and it won't take long. Just start to pay attention to those small and minor details. Read between the lines. If she's doing that, and it's like, oh, I feel like that would have a domino effect on this, or I feel like, you know, that would contribute to that. Don't sleep on it. Don't just sweep it away and say, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, pay attention to that. And if it's something that's an ongoing pattern, you probably don't want to deal with her. You know, like in this instance with my brother, like, she's already showing you from the jump she's entitled and she's selfish and she's irresponsible and she doesn't think long term. But he continued to go ahead and progress forward with the relationship. Why? Because he's like, I like her. I love her. She's the mother of my child. So why not? No, you don't just say, oh yeah, she's selfish, and yeah, she's entitled, and yeah, she's manipulative, and yeah, she's greedy, and she's controlling. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like, yeah, it is. And you could tell that based upon how she was trying to make you move, as far as moving into her house, or make you move out of your own damn house that you paid for. And you know what I mean? Like, those are not small things. It could come off as small, like it's not a big deal. Like, okay, I understand that she doesn't want to be, you know, in a house to where me and my ex resided. I can understand it. Nah, go deeper. Oh yeah, she sees I'm making this kind of money, and you know, she does just want to have this and go on this trip. You know, so why not? Nah, pay attention. Because those small things can speak major volumes. Hone in on them. And again, if you see those patterns continuing to progress, it's probably not a good idea. She's probably not the woman for you. Whenever you feel like a woman is making you have to go against your core values and morals, whenever a woman's making you feel like you're inadequate or you're dumb or you're not doing anything, and you know when you are, no. Thank you, Tokyo. It says even average chicks think they are 10s now. Damn, I don't even know. My whole moral of saying that, you guys, was just to be careful. Don't judge a book by its cover and act strategically. You know, that was my whole thing. I'm not saying all average women are just the shit and they're gonna be great women. The moral of that story was, don't just judge a book by its cover. Don't say, oh, you know, she looks like that, so she's no good, or she looks like that, so she is good. No, you have to get into the mentality of these women, period. Stop being blinded by beauty. Stop being blinded by beauty. Stop being blinded by infatuation. Stop being blinded by facades, images. You have to get into the core of that woman. What does she stand for? What is she about? Is she aligned? Is she in alignment with you? Does she complement your life well? All right. But like I said, you guys, I know y'all are fed up. I know y'all got a lot going against y'all as far as navigating the dating market and dealing with women and all of that. But trust me, as long as you guys learn how to peep game and hone in on those key details as far as dealing with women, again, get into her mind, see what her mind is, you'll be fine. All right. And if you are coming across every woman and their mind is fucked up and they're not in alignment with you, just be single. But what I don't want you guys to do is give up and be scared. All right. All you got to do is vet and inspect thoroughly. And I know what y'all are thinking. Oh, well, that's easier said than done. These females be putting on the front. These females be faking real good. And she'll always give it away, brother. It's going to be something she gives away. It's up to you to continue to investigate that, or you sweep it under the rug. A lot of people, unfortunately, sweep it under the rug and act like it's not there. It's not a big deal, and it is. But she's gonna give it away. Just gotta really get into her mind. All right. With that being said, you guys, I love y'all. I respect y'all. I thank you guys so much for pulling up and showing all this generous love. Okay. Herc. Look. Oh, I'm trying to get up out of here. Look, y'all. If all thus fails, y'all, you ain't gotta get no damn dog, y'all. Come on now. Are y'all serious? I know it's bad, brother, but damn, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad, though, brothers. Come on now. You have got to. I know these women's ain't shit, but come on now. I love y'all. I gotta go, y'all. Y'all in here tripping. Don't give up, brothers. Just act more strategically and choose more wisely. Peep game. All right. Nick Marie, we are out. I'll see y'all in the next dope discussion. Y'all in here tripping. I'm getting ready to run my commercial from my book, Submission is Not the Enemy. It is indeed a key factor to a healthy relationship. Head on over to Amazon and copy your copy. All right. I gotta go. Peace.
Submission. Okay, let's be honest. We've been programmed to hate that word. Want to change that and tap into your feminine energy at the same time? You can. Introducing Submission is Not the Enemy. A basic yet powerful book, written in simple language, practical, and easy to digest. It's your first steps on your journey to perfecting the woman inside of you. Available at Amazon.